anticipation, whenever I've attended similar meets, there's no exact meet like this, but meets like this, I realized that the first question you're always told and asked is, what inspired you to write this book? And what is this book about? So let me start with a question which has not been asked, but which I've sort of anticipated. And the answer to that is, I don't think there was a eureka moment where one said that, all right, now I need to write a book, and now I need to share something with people out there. The book title, Take the Chance, Don't Say No if you can say yes, itself provides the answer to what the book is all about. So I'm not going to spend this 10 minutes describing the book to you. It's not necessary in my opinion. The key was that, I've been holding workshops on personal effectiveness, on leadership, etc., and discovered that people are, uni-focused on something. Their career, whatever they are building on, that becomes the prime focus of their lives. And then they read or attempt success principles which take them there. I was doing that also, teaching that, motivating people to do that. And then I realized it was insufficient. Life is not a race for success in any one thing. It's not. While one might get consumed by the success, one might want to reach the top and so on, it doesn't mean that's what life is all about. Life is about living, right? And then life's dimensions are several. So the moment we start exposing ourselves, then we realize that what are the areas of life that we are actually experiencing and living, and some that don't seem to touch us. We just go on running after the success, our own success definition, which may be career, which may be finances or whatever else. Move away from that and then start, touching base with life. What title I thought would gather all this together? So I didn't have the book content in mind. I had an overall thought, and I thought that I must have a title which captures all this. So the title came much before the book came. And the title was, of course, again, Take a Chance, Take the Chance, Don't Say No if you can say yes. So what kind of yeses are involved? What kind of no's are involved? Between these two words, yes and no, simple English words, lies the entire philosophy that this book is all about, right? Yes and no. So let's look, I'm reading out of the book a small portion which says, saying yes when you may want to say no. What does this mean? That I always have a choice, and the choice is either to go ahead and take the chance or no. And between these two words, I have to see what are my choices, yes or no. So it says that yes was to open my doors and become my passport for new experiences. The conscious yes for a hesitant me was a turning point. I'm not talking about me. You can keep relating to your own self as we go down this journey as to whether you are a yes person or are you a no person by habit, by personality. The conscious yes for a hesitant me was a turning point. And what are the yeses that I had to look at? The yes to change and happiness, the yes to risk and new opportunities, the yes to listening creatively, the yes to failure, the yes to life, and the yes to so many areas which I would normally reject and say the safe yes. No maybes, no tomorrow, a do or die, yes. So I said yes to authoring this book, and that's how I'm here today. So the key question to ask is, obviously this book about living life and living life to its fullest, is to ask yourself this question now, right? When there is risk involved, when I'm not certain of the outcome, do I take the courage to say yes and move ahead and discover later how I need to react, how I need to respond, and find solutions in running time, right? Nobody can tell me in the beginning that there's a guarantee of success. May not be there. But this choice is mine to be the yes person or a no person. And this transformation from being a possibly no person to a more stronger, courageous yes person is the transition that I would like or invite people to join in. The whole a whole movement that I want to personally create, maybe with a few people, with more people, with organizations, with student bodies, whatever it may be. This movement about say yes. So what's the big deal about saying yes? That is the next question, right? And I found or experienced that the moment one does say yes and say, all right, there are risks involved, but I will not allow myself to get trapped where I am and say the rest of my life is about pursuing my current career where I'm skilled, where I'm doing well. Why should I, take the risk of getting out of that one area where I'm currently locked in? What is that current area? And that current area is called the comfort zone. Are you all aware of the word comfort zone? Right. So where does it come from? It comes from the fact that I pick up some skills, I demonstrate to myself that I'm successful. The other peer group all look up to me because I've achieved some landmarks and so on, and I move ahead. If I were to skip most dimensions of life and stick to my comfort zone, what is that? What is the choice I've made? The choice I've made is that this is where I am, this is what my life is going to look like, what I'm skilled at, I'll do more and more of, what I've not attempted right now, I won't do, and this way I'll continue enjoying the respect among people because I'm doing exactly what I've done and I'm good at it. So I would like to now show you a small exercise which demonstrates where are we locked, each one of us, and how can we free ourselves to live this book, the essence of this book, which is to yes to many more things that I'm saying yes to really enjoying life. So you'll have to follow me. I wish I had a mic which could go there, because the exercise involves my movement of hands, and I'd like you all to follow me as I show you what is this comfort zone that we are talking about.
Check.
So if all of you now, if I move my hands, then there's a problem.
How about I hold the mic and maybe...
That'd be very kind of you. No, all right. No, now fixing it. There's already 10 minutes. So if you would. All right, folks. I just want you to follow my movements and follow it the way I'll show you. Just follow my hands, right? My hands. Your hands should be in the same position like mine. All of you in the room. Now, the moment I tell you, move your hands and lock them together like this. And choose to see whether your right thumb is on top or left thumb. You don't need to tell me. Just lock it in your brain. My right thumb is on top or left thumb is on top. Release your hands. And come back again in the same position. Now, is your right or left thumb in the same position as it was last time? I want a response to this. You can say yes, you can show your hands. Same, yeah, all right. So we have a general consensus that my hand and my thumb came back in the same place, right? Do you want to know the significance of the right thumb coming on top or the left thumb coming on top? Would you like to know? Because it gives you an important piece of data, all right? So if your left thumb was on top, how many left thumbers in the room? All right. So left thumb on top means that primarily you are a visionary, which means that you think beyond the next goal, the next step, and can see several steps beyond, and therefore you envision a new world, a new, whatever you are thinking about, whatever you are interested in, you know in advance, right? So this is one part. Does it mean that the right thumbers have no use? The visionary spot is blocked now, all right? So if you are a visionary, you are. If your right thumb came on top, they have an even more important role to play, all right? They are the action people in the world. They're the people who get things done, all right? So how many of you are excited with the results as far as you yourself are concerned? Show me your hand. How many people like this research? All right? You're having to pull somebody else's hand right now, as far as I can see. Yeah. So, the issue, disappointing news for all of you is there is no such research. There is no left hand, right. Nobody can claim that I'm this or that because we're my. But it gives the next step. I'll show you the real reason for showing you this exercise. Please bring your hands up again. Lock your hands the way they naturally come. Now reverse the arrangement so that thumb and all the fingers go in the opposite direction. Do it now, please. Comfortable, uncomfortable? Uncomfortable. What do you want to do? What is your natural instinct? To go back to the original position, right? So this is, of course, a way of showing you if you do this thumb change exercise. However, if you really examine what it boils down to, this thing that you did was a confirmation that whatever you do again and again, habitually, right, is what appears comfortable. So it means that all your life you've been connecting like this, and therefore your brain is adapted to that, a neural passage is created in your brain, and when that same movement is repeated, you feel comfortable. The moment somebody asks you to go out of your comfort zone, that is the comfort zone, the habitual way of doing things, you immediately feel discomfort and you want to go back. Wait 5 minutes in this new position that you have just tried on, even 3 minutes. And you will find that your brain has the capacity to adapt, and you'll be as comfortable as you were prior to being asked to go to this thing. So what is the message? The message is that comfort is waiting for you, provided you hold on to your uncomfortable position for long enough, in this case 3 minutes. And when you continue from there, right, then this recognition that I am uncomfortable is a very good news, because if I am in an uncomfortable position, it will give me the opportunity to correct and do whatever I wish to as long as I hang on there. In real life, nothing happens in 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Brain does not adapt in 5 minutes, but the brain, depending on the situation, 2 months, 3 months, 1 month, 4 months, 6 months, but there is no uncomfortable position that cannot be overcome. That is the whole key. Only the time to adapt is different. So if you get this into your head, the greatest gift you can get is to be uncomfortable, to feel uncomfortable. A new job, a new venture, becoming an entrepreneur, writing a book, whatever you might be doing. If you are out of your comfort zone, this message of discomfort is your strongest ally, because that's where you want to be. And then this whole principle of making choices, yes or no, then free you up. You're out of that prison that we've been locked in because of our desire to remain in a place where we are not comfortable. We all want to be comfortable. This exercise is to show you it is feeling uncomfortable, which is the biggest spur to us moving on. So keep this in mind.